Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another Slime Isekai Memories video. So today I have for you the Heroes Jubilee Catalyst normal battle guide, kind of. I'm just going to be showing the teams that I used. I didn't really experiment too much. I did try a few things, but I just haven't really had the time. So I unfortunately I only really have one team for each battle that I'm showcasing. But yeah, hopefully this helps you out. And we're gonna be starting off with normal battle, expert one, the first one, normal battle one. As you can see, my scores are not the greatest, especially for normal battle 2 and 3. I just kind of lack the units for those ones. Normal battle 1 is like I have a way better score on because I have the units for it, but the other two I am lacking in win units, and I don't have Raphael for the big huge numbers. But I tried. I did what I could, and hopefully this video will help you out. So the first team we're going to be using for normal battle 1 is this team. Now a lot of these use Frey, including the boss battle. Just my teams in general use more recent protection units. So if you don't have them, then I would try looking on other Discord servers and stuff, or just trying your best, see what other teams you can use. But if you have these units, this is the team I'm taking in. I'm using Frey as a protector and Toa as the support. I'm bringing in Isis, Groom, Rimuru, and Shuna for the main units that are going to be starting out, and their supports are going to be skill point supports. So instead of the standard protection unit supports that I normally put in, I'm using the skill point ones because I want to use a lot of buffs. I want to use Rimuru's orb change, Isis's orb buff, and then Gabiru's orb change. Milim is obviously our main DPS, and Gabiru is there one for his orb change, and also because of his other skill where don't mind my gear and the fact that he's only level 100. But for this skill as well, Gabiru's March, it's an easy one to just keep popping to not only get more ult gauge, but also buff Milim's skill, where the more skills you use, the more crit damage she'll be giving herself, right? So his skills are really cheap. Normally people use, I think, Shizue, the new Shizue, because of her attack stacking skill, and also she has the same orb change, but I don't have her. So I decided to use Gabiru instead, and he actually works pretty well. So yeah, this is the team I'm going to be taking in, and let's get right into it. Alright, so we're going into normal battle 1, and once we start, obviously, since we start off with 2 orange and 4 green, I'm gonna pop Rimuru and Isis's buff. Now, the supporting characters that I had on these units were to get me as many skill points as I can. I realized I forgot to talk about it, but here I use Gabiru's buff as well, or orb change. Normally people use Shizue, but I just used Gabiru because I don't really have Shizue, and I'm not really gonna summon for her at the moment. So here, we use the full hand to clear the first mob in one go, pretty easy. And here, hopefully, so at this moment, you usually want to hope for like 4 Milim orbs. I got really lucky here, just because it allows you to get the 200% ultimate, so you'll deal way more damage. But here I'm going to pop her orb change, and I'm also going to pop Rimuru's pierce resistance down just to get the ult buff on the green orbs. I'm going to swap Gabiru in, use his skill, and I'm kind of just cycling like a bunch of skills. And here I pop Isis's orb change as well. I don't really need to pop Frey here, but I just do anyway. And then I also just pop the 2 extra skills so that we get more percentage on Milim's buff. Now you see I don't have enough, but Rimuru's trait is going to get us just over that, and we're going to have full max skills and an extra Frey charge. So here I have Milim's 200%. I need to pop Shuna's skill first, so I just prioritize that. You want to make sure you don't forget that, because that is the thing that's going to boost your damage a lot, right? So here I'm going to pop it, and get the water resistance down. And then I'm gonna swap a Gabiru in here, I think, after I do that, just to get, as you know, more percentage on Milim's thing. Swap Gabiru in, use this. The only reason I swap Gabiru in is because I know he has cheaper skills that I can, like a cheap skill that I can use. So I use that to get the crit resistance down, and then Milim's buff, which has a 61% crit damage increase. So here I send the 3 Reamers and the Gabiru because I want to get them as low as possible. And you can see it doesn't do that much damage, and then Milim crits for 284,000. Now my Milim's not the greatest, but this nets us at about 45,000. So pretty good there. I think if I had the buff, like her EX board fully maxed out, because at the moment I didn't, I would have gotten a better score. But yeah, let's just get right into normal battle 2. All right, so for normal battle 2, it's pretty rough for me because my wind units, I think wind is my worst element, like out of all of them. I don't really have many good wind units. A lot of them are really low in terms of awakenings, and I haven't really had a need to use the wind team. I don't have wind Hinata, I don't have wind Shizue, so this is kind of the broke boys team for normal battle 2. If you find a better team, let me know down in the comments below, but this is what I used. So Toa, the only reason I have Toa here because she's better than Hakudo, so I'm just going to use her. And then I have Gabiru here, who is going to buff the Milim and the Diablo, because what I'm aiming for is a single target ult paired with a AoE ult, right? I have Hero obviously for rewind and the crit skill. Aaron is simply here for her orb change. That's the only reason I have her here. You gotta use someone else. I know Joker used like Gobata, like the 4-star one. You can, I think in like the more optimized teams, you use Shizue and someone else. But yeah, that's the only reason she's here. I have Geld for his orb change. And obviously these are our 2. All right, so we're gonna get right into it here. It's gonna load, and I mean, first thing we're really gonna do is we're gonna pop the orb changer and switch everyone in. Now I'm gonna keep Geld in because he is a wind unit, and you know we need as much damage as we can get on the sharks. Now I could probably do more optimized runs, like keep doing it and get more optimized score, I guess. But also, I don't know. I can't constantly be running it like 24/7. But here we're doing not that much damage. And Milim's gonna send out her thing, and they're gonna do a bunch of damage here. Now we have one charge of Toa, I believe, and I want to get Milim and Diablo's ult, obviously. So that's gonna be that's who I have to prioritize. So here I pop the orb change. Now it's unfortunate I couldn't get the green orb, but here I also pop Geld's other skill just to ensure I get Milim's ult. I'm gonna rewind here, and then I'm gonna send these, guaranteeing me 2 charges of Toa and also just more damage on the sharks. I was hoping I would get more lucky and wished that green orb was another blue orb, then we would have sent a full 6-hand, but it's unfortunate. And then here, again, we also got kind of unlucky, which sucks. But here, I'm just gonna pop Toa because we have 2. And I just let it play out. I haven't seen this in a long time because usually I just skip the protection skills. Yeah, again, a really nice looking skill. But with this, we are gonna get Milim's ult guaranteed, and then Diablo, I'm gonna pop his, since his buff is for 3 turns, I'm gonna pop that and get the gauge increase. So just gonna split these across. This is gonna give us the hero's ult as well, but I'm not really gonna use it. Here I was kind of debating whether or not that would kill if I sent 2, but it'll be fine. So here we have everyone's ult. So after this, I believe, I'm just gonna try and go for the kill here. So here I have 3. They're gonna hit me. I counter, but it didn't do that much damage. And I'm gonna pop Millim's buff here. And then pop Toa to get the refill. And then since I still have Diablo's buff, I don't need it. And then we're gonna pop the 2 skills. And then I'm gonna send 1 hit each. And then on those 2, I didn't want to put 1 hit on the last one, because if I send all 3 ults and I do that, he's gonna die. So here, honestly, did a little bit less damage than I thought. But Diablo is gonna do 61,000 crit. Not bad, but not the greatest. And then Millim's gonna do 40,000 at the max. So yeah, kind of a rough score, but oh well. 42,000, whatever. And yeah, let's just move on to the last one. So the last battle, Expert 3, this one was rough. For me, this one was really rough. This is the team that I used to get like a good score. Now, I don't have Raphael, so that already gives me out on a lot of damage. And I have Octogram Guy here because of his 100% stun. I literally just got him, and I threw the most like random gear on him. Max this out, and this is gonna give me let me take advantage of the stun strike. Now you could put Water Alice on here if you want to make use of the Pierce as well, or someone else. But this is like the best team to use to get big damage. I tried Water Millim's team. And tried stacking a lot of damage and using Water Millim, but that really didn't. It got me like 28,000 every time, no matter how much. Even with the 200% ult and all the buffs, it just didn't really work out. So I think using the Light 3.0 team is the best. I have Luminous on the back here. The video that I have is probably going to be in a different. They're going to be in different order. Like I said, I tried swapping Sokka out with Alice so I could get the Pierce power and also the stun strike. Unfortunately, I ran this stage about like 50 times, and I just got so unlucky with the orbs. Because you're starting out with one green, 1 orange, and you're guaranteeing yourself another green. All I needed was 2 blues and an orange to be able to work with that, because I had to have enough skill points to use the orb change from Shuna and the orb change from Luminous. And no matter how many times I ran it, I would always get the worst hands imaginable. I would get like 3 greens and 3 oranges, or 4 greens, 2 oranges, and I would get like 1 blue orb. But I don't think I ever got 2 blue orbs. So if you have enough patience, you can maybe swap Sokka out with Alice, put Luminous in the front, use the 4 blue orbs, and then swap these 2 in to get like skill points and stuff. But yeah, it just didn't work for me. I lacked the patience to do it. I might try to keep running it, but there's only 2 more days of this, right? So I'm not really too sure. But yeah, this is a team that I used, and let's get right into it. All right, so we're gonna hop into this, and like I said, we're gonna try and take advantage of Guy's stun, 100% stun. Normally with Raphael, she has a guaranteed stun and also buffs her own stun power, but I don't have her, right? So here, obviously, we're gonna pop the Ahsoka orb change, and then we're gonna swap Luminous in for Shuna, and then we're just gonna send the full hand here. Oh, I do swap Guy in just to take advantage of the Benimaru support, where he will give us more skill points. I'm gonna send the full hand here. We have 1 Shuna charge, and obviously the goal here is to just get as many stacks of Shuna as I possibly can. It's basically like a watermelon strat. I just need to stack and stack and stack and stack. So here I pop the 2 orb changes, get the full hand here, and then I obviously use the Shuna. Now using this full hand, it's gonna guarantee me 2 bars of Shuna, 2 stacks of Shuna, and 101 skill points. So pretty good there. Honestly, the only ult I need to bring, or I need to build, is Luminus's ult. That's the only one I really need to worry about. Now on turn 4, so going into turn 4, he will place a debuff on all your units where you will get the guard penetration down. So you basically do no damage while he's guarding, which didn't really matter to me because I was always aiming for outside of his guard. But if you're trying to do a strategy where you hit him before his guard ends, just be aware of that. So here, unfortunately, I can't use everyone's skill. I did bring the hero in, which was kind of a mistake. I maybe should have done the Shuna orb change, but it's fine. I believe here I do the 4 heroes, yeah. So I send the 4 hero orbs. I think doing the blue orb change would have just been better, but I guess I just didn't want the debuff on Luminous. But here we'll pop the 2 orb changes. We got pretty lucky, and we'll get Luminus's ult, we'll do good damage, and we'll get more stacks with Shuna and max skill points. Now with this team, we don't need as many skill points as you normally need. Normally with the Raphael team, you'd need 265, I believe. But here we only need about like 220 or something like that. Not that much. It'll be a little bit less. It'll be very similar, but a little bit less. So here I'm gonna swap Luminous out, and I believe I just send. Why am I blanking on Soka? Send. I just get max skill points. Send Soka's ult because I don't really care too much about it. It's gonna do 13,000, and then we're gonna send those. Boom. Now, I'm gonna build up for one more turn because we're gonna attack on turn 6. Pop Shuna again. I think I just kind of, yeah, I don't want to bring Luminous in for the orb change, I don't think. So I'm just gonna pop that and get the 5 blue orbs, which is just better than getting, it's like 0. We're just gonna max this out on skill points and get 1 last stack with Shuna. So pretty decent. As you can see, we're doing 1 damage, especially with the debuff. So just be wary of that. Here, obviously, we're gonna pop the Shuna and use all the buffs, send the Luminous ult, and finish off the spider. Now, here, I need to bring in Guy for the stun. I swap Shuna out because I already used her debuff. Or I already used her buff. Now we're gonna debuff him with the stun, and then we're gonna use Soka's debuff, which extends the stun for 1 turn. Doesn't really matter too much, but it also gives us the defense down. I'm gonna pop the other buffs as well. So crit rate, light attack buff, and the defense down. So I think I send 2. I'm not really sure. I was a little worried. I guess I only send 1. Yeah, that really. If I send another one, he would have died. And here I let this play because I haven't seen this in a long time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. My runs aren't the greatest in the world, but if you're kind of in the same situation as me, where you don't have like the most amazing units or all of them, then hopefully this helps you out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.